Good evening and welcome to Around the 32. I am your host, along with my other host, BA and Nate the Great. This is a show where we do the betting odds and fantasy implications of the upcoming week, which is week 13. By the way, happy Thanksgiving Eve. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And we're going to start with those three games. As a matter of fact, the first one is, what do you got there, Nate? What's the first one? Let's go.
So the first one will be the Lions and Packers. Right now, the Lions are 2.5-point favorites at home, and the total is 48.5.
All right. Well, let's get to the injuries first because the Lions have 5 outs. Offensive lineman Graham Glasgow, safety Kirby Joseph, edge rusher Joshua Pascal, wide receiver Khalif Raymond, and tight end Brock Wright. Packers have defensive tackle Carl Brooks, wide receiver Jaden Reed, defensive lineman Luca Vaness, and wide receiver Savion Williams. Like, nobody knows that guy anyway.
He wears that big old thing on his head. That's all.
Yeah, well, Dobbs does too. But Dobbs is more famous for it.
Dobbs is
Packers are 13th in total offense to the Lions 4. Packers are 13th again in scoring offense to the Lions 2. Packers are 4th in total defense. The Lions are 10th. Packers are 5th in scoring defense, and the Lions are 12th in that category. So, yeah, 2.5, that's about right. Field goal could go either way. This is going to be a closely contested game because of the injuries on both sides. Josh Jacobs is coming back, but he'll probably be limited, I would suggest.
He's got no injury designation, but yeah, I mean, depending on how, I mean, they do like Wilson a lot, so they might they might spill a lot of Wilson too.
And just remember too that Elgin Jenkins is out for the year as their center. So that's going to be a problem. Their offensive line has been playing very well, which has led to their poor offensive output, I believe. But they still have Christian Watson, and they still have Dobbs, the aforementioned Dobbs there. So, and Musgrave he's okay as a tight end. He's not Kraft, obviously. Kraft is the other guy that's out for the year for Green Bay. So Green Bay's on that cusp. Laporta's out for us too, basically for the rest of the year. Right. And that's not great. But at least our DJ Reed's coming back. Branch will be back there with Harper. We got Amik Robinson, and of course Terry Arnold's coming back. So the defense of the secondary is looking a lot better for the Lions. So that should help them out. But it's going to be a close game. It's a division game. This is for the marbles, actually. Whoever wins this game will be in first place, basically, because I just don't see Chicago beating Philly. But that's another day. That's another story. But, yeah, it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I agree with you. As far as the fantasy implications for this game, Christian Watson, I feel, is going to really have a good game. 2 years ago, he went off on the Lions when they came into Detroit on Thanksgiving and won. We all know Jordan Love loves to throw deep, and there's Kirby's going to be out of this game, which is going to factor in the deep ball situation. So I think Christian Watson's in line for a big game for the Packers. And as far as the Lions, I got to go with Gibby. I mean, I think in every aspect, Gibby has got to have the ball in his hands, whether it's running, whether it's passing, whether you put him as a receiver, whatever it is, you have got to put Gibby in situations to get to score. And he's a home run threat every game. And so I definitely think he's going to have a big game. He's going to be a big part of the offense. So that's my guys. So according to what you're saying, you think that the Lions should cover at 2.5? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I can see this going both ways, to tell you the truth. I mean, it depends on. Yeah. I think whoever gets the ball last in this game, I know it's a cliche in a lot of games that we say, but whoever gets the ball in the last in this game is probably going to win the game. And I think that being that the Lions have been resilient at home, especially against the Giants, was a big test for them.
Right.
The Giants have played everybody good everybody good. I think that they had one bad game where they got beat up bad. But other than that, they've taken, Denver to the wire. And that's what I'm saying. And the Lions found a way to win that game. So just like the Green Bay Packers did when they played them. I just think that, it'll come down to the last possession. I mean, I like the Lions in this game because they're at home. It was at Green Bay, then it would be a different story. But we already know what happened at Green Bay the last time.
Yeah, exactly. I expect a better output than the first game we played them. As far as the Lions, I think it's key to come out and play fast and get a good start. If they can do that, I'm going to feel better going forward. If they can't do that and Green Bay comes out on fire like they did that game, all bets are off. This is the team you don't want to trifle with. So,
right.
A lot on the line in this game. So it'll feel like a playoff game. The crowd will be wild. It's Thanksgiving. We just found out Frank's coming back. So a lot of juice in the arena.
That should light up. That should light them up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I do expect the Lions to come out and play well and win. So I do think the game will be high scoring. So 48.5 probably is around that category.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to the Chiefs and Cowboys. Right now, the Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites on the road. The total is 52.5, so they expect a high-scoring game.
I think it will be too. The injuries I have right now for the Chiefs, well, these are injuries that are playable because they're tomorrow. So, Chiefs tight end Noah Gray is out. Trey Smith is out. That's a big one. A quarterback, Christian Roland Wallace. Nobody knows him either. On the Cowboys, they have an offensive lineman that's out. That's big. Tyler Guyton. So this is going to be, got a guard on one side and a tackle on the other side. So it's going to be nuts with the defenses. But since it's in the Cowboys, now Cowboys are number 1 total offense, but the Chiefs are number 5. Cowboys are 4th in scoring offense, and the Chiefs are 9th. Chiefs are better in defense, obviously. They're 6th in defense and total defense. Cowboys are 29th, but they're getting better. Chiefs are 4th in scoring defense, and the Cowboys are 31st. Again, Cowboys are slowly getting better at that. I mean,
those numbers are before all the trades. It hasn't evened out yet.
I mean, it's a trick-related numbers, obviously.
They look better on defense on TV.
Right. It's just like Baltimore Ravens when their defense started getting better, their numbers started going up, going down as far as offensive. So their averages are going back up. So the Cowboys are doing the same thing. They're not the worst defense in the league anymore. That would go to Cincinnati. But anyway, So what are the Cowboys favorite? Or the Chiefs favored by?
3.5.
3.5. And what's the overall?
52.5.
Yeah, with the Cowboys offense, I think that's a safe bet.
I don't like that half point.
I do kind of like the Cowboys in this game though. So
okay,
I think they're gonna keep their streak going. Who are the fantasy guys you got in this?
So for the Chiefs, I said I never take quarterbacks. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm going Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes against that defense really lights it up. I think that's why the total's so high. I could see him at least having about 4 touchdowns, maybe about 50 yards rushing. I think he really, comes out and puts a show on for Thanksgiving. And then for the Cowboys, I probably would go CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb's had some ho-hum games. I mean, he's had 7 drops this year. You know, we talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown's drops, but CeeDee Lamb's had more than Amon-Ra has. And I think this is a good matchup with McDuffie because they're not going to build the double team CeeDee Lamb because you got George Pickens on the other side and he's playing well. So I think CeeDee Lamb's going to get the ball early and often from Dak. And so I think he's going to have a good game. So I would start him.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a little bit. Because you also got to worry about Ferguson too. Ferguson's at the tight end. So yeah.
True.
And he needs to he does need to get his stuff together. CeeDee Lamb, he's got to atone for what he did the first time. Well, the time that he played, well, he did atone for that. But when they played the Eagles the first time, that game should have been won by Dallas. That game, but he dropped 2 crucial passes. So
yeah. And it's going to be on TV, so you got to expect that he's going to come out and play well. So
we get to see old crinkly ass Jerry Jones again.
So I don't like that half point. If I'm looking at a bet here, I'm probably taking the points of the Cowboys because if this game is won, it's probably won by a field goal. And I like those points for the Cowboys over the Chiefs because I don't think it's going to be more than a field goal win. You know, this game could come down to the wire. So,
right.
And they have both good kickers. And I do think it's going to be a high scoring game. So I would it'd definitely go over for sure.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. We have Cincinnati and the Ravens. The Ravens are 7-point favorites at home. The total is 51.5.
Okay. Bengals players that are out are running back Taj Brooks, defensive end Trey Hendrickson for the 80th time, and wide receiver T. Higgins. Notes: Chase is back off his suspension, and
has Burrow been activated?
Joe Burrow is playing in this game. So he is back.
He's back.
He's back.
Joey B is back. Okay.
Ravens, the only guy that they have out for this game is defensive tackle Traven Bryan. And he's probably a second-tier defensive tackle for them. So the Ravens are relatively healthy, yeah. So, I mean, Lamar's dealing with a little bit of an ankle issue, but or I think it's like a toe or ankle, something like that he's dealing with. But he didn't have to practice. Well, he kind of sat out Monday, and he had full practice yesterday and today. So he should be good to go. Okay. This is an intriguing game. Bengals are 23rd in total offense to the Ravens 21. Bengals are 18th in scoring offense to the Ravens 10th. And the Bengals are, of course, as I said, terrible on defense. 32 in both total and scoring defense, where the Ravens are 24th in total defense and 19th in scoring defense. So
they picked up.
And Ravens are at home. And the Ravens what are the Ravens ahead by?
7 points is a
7 points. Yeah, I think that's, you know what, with Burrow coming in here, though, I think that is going to be too much because Burrow is going to light it up. I think he's going to light it up. I don't think he's going to be the Burrow in the earlier season when he was killing everybody, but I think he's going to be the Burrow just coming off an injury. So he'll be fair Burrow. He'll be fair Burrow. He's not going to be all the way Burrow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a kind of wait and see approach. Obviously, you know, he's going to be anxious to get back on the field, and he's going to be having a pissed off Chase, you know, after the suspension. So,
suspension. That's what I call it.
Right.
The Haktua gate.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of alluding into the fantasy, I'm going Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase goes off for this game. Hell, he could have over 200 yards, maybe 12 catches, couple of touchdowns. Like, I think he's torched the Ravens before. Like, and now he's pissed off and he knows that he cost his team a win possibly. I think he comes out with hell on fire. And so Jamar Chase is going to go
considering he's going to be the main target anyway. Not that he isn't anyway. He's wide receiver.
Well, yeah. Well, the lost Higgins definitely, For
Yeah,
sure. But
so
we know that that's Joey's guy. So
yeah.
regardless of whoever else is out there, he's going to find Jamar Chase. I mean, hell, he was getting all those targets when Flacco was out there. So they
Yep.
know who to get the ball to.
Mhm.
As far as the Ravens, to me, I think that if you're talking about keeping Joey Burrow off the field, it's going to have to come down to Henry. Like Henry's got to have a big game because if Henry can't run the football on this weak defense, that means that you're putting the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands a lot, which is not a bad thing, but I don't think the offense wants to do that. So I think they have to give a huge dosage of Derrick Henry. I think that he's going to be a guy that should be a good start, probably over 100 yards, maybe about 20 carries, maybe a couple of touchdowns. I think this is a big Derrick Henry game. You got a weak defense, and you've got a Derrick Henry who hasn't really played that well this year. This could be a breakout game for him this season. So I'm going Derrick Henry on that.
Okay.
All right.
Derrick Henry and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. All right. Bears versus Eagles. The Eagles are 7-point favorites at home, and the total is 44.5.
All right. Now, these are all going to be DNPs. Usually 2 DNPs in a row usually get you an out anyway. The Bears are, they are hurting. Linebacker TJ Edwards is a DNP. Linebacker Ruben Hypolite is a DNP. Guard Luke Newman is a DNP. Defensive end Dominique Robinson is a DNP. Linebacker Noah Sewell, Panay's brother, is a DNP. And cornerback Tyreek Stevenson is a DNP. So that's going to cut. I don't know that now Jalen and Gordon are both in their 21-day window. I don't know if they're going to be able to play in that game.
Yet.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And the Eagles side is wide receiver Xavier Gibson, DNP. Lane Johnson going to be out anyway. They said he's going to be out. Safety Andrew Mukuba, he's going to be out. And wide receiver Devontae Smith may be out in this game. He's got 2 days of DNP. He's been ailing. That's it, you know.
And even if he plays, he's not going to be even near probably 50%.
Right. So it's going to be the Dotson Brown show, basically. And
Brown's happy to hear that because that means he's going to get more targets because he's going to have to get the ball.
Yeah. Goddard's going to probably be pretty good. You said Eagles are up by 7. What was the total
The
points?
total was 44.5.
44.5.
Kind of low.
Yeah, that's low. But then, the Eagles' offense isn't that great.
Yeah.
Bears' defense isn't that great. It could be higher than that.
I don't know.
If
you look at the quarterback,
Philadelphia
Philadelphia
is pissed right now. They lost to. They did what they did, losing to Dallas. It'd be one thing if you lost by a field goal in a highly contested game, but it's like they only played one half, and then that's what happened. So they're probably going to be pissed off. Chicago is riding a little bit high. I'm not sure this is a game that they need to be having under their belt because this is going to show you what Chicago is. I do believe,
right?
Because the Eagles should take it to the Bears. I think it'll be a higher scoring game, but not particularly that high. I think it'd be like maybe 28 to 24 or something like that. That's high scoring for.
I think 7 points is way too much for this game.
Yeah,
I mean the Eagles aren't beating teams like they should. They've struggled offensively, and the Bears have taken the ball away. And we've seen Jalen Hurts. That offense struggles a lot, and I think the Bears defense can do enough to put pressure on him and take away their receivers. So I'm not either impressed with either one of the quarterback plays. I think Caleb has played okay at times. Jalen Hurts has played okay. I think that's why the total's kind of low. I think I would take the Bears in the points just because I think it's disrespectful to say that the Eagles are 7 points better than the Bears. Bears have been playing well. The Bears have been playing well.
Yeah, their
They're not-
offense is like I said. Okay, I didn't give you that either. The Bears are 6th in total offense to the Eagles 24. They're also 8th in scoring offense to the Eagles 17th. But this is where it gets bad. The Bears are 27th in total defense and 26th in scoring defense. That's bad defense. They need either they need to get these corners back or whatever the hell they need to do. Not having Noah Sewell and TJ Edwards is going to really hurt them. And then now having Tyreek Stevenson on the DNP, that's not good at all, especially with Brown out there. Brown and Dotson. Dotson is sneaky good. He's an underrated receiver for the Eagles. So you got to watch him. The Eagles are 20th in total defense and 8th in scoring defense. They're very opportunistic. So, they might switch this. And one thing about the Bears, their defense is bad, but they lead the league in turnovers. So they're opportunistic in that sense. But the Eagles actually cash in a lot of that stuff. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be two of the most, the opportunistic defenses here going against each other. But yeah, I mean, 7 points. I don't know, man. 7 points, it might be just right for me. But
the one thing too, we also got to understand about with the Bears is that Caleb, even though he's played okay, he hasn't turned over the ball a lot. Now he's had opportunities to get the ball turned over, but he hasn't done that. Eagles are opportunistic when it comes to defense, so it's going to be interesting, And on top of that, the Bears do.
I think you ought to be. I think you should go with Nate. Don't take the over.
Yeah, I would go under.
Because it could go either way. But
then also too, the thing about with the Bears is that they're one of the top rushing teams too, and the Eagles are one of the top defenses in stopping the run. You saw what they did to Detroit. So if they take away the run and you put the ball in Caleb's hands, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
and it's in Philadelphia too.
Yeah, that's a tough place to play. But Chicago's used to playing outdoors anyway because they have an outdoor stadium themselves. So it kind of evens the playing field up, at least in that opportunity. I just think that Philadelphia, while to me they're not the greatest team at their record, they are better than Chicago at their record. And so that's why I would take that. And I wouldn't take the over on the Eagles, Elizabeth. I think this comes down to, honestly, a lot of field goals. I can see a situation where this is like a 6-3 or 9-6 game most of the time. Maybe one scores a touchdown or something like that. But these two teams ain't just going to come out and put a bunch of points up. That's not their game. So, all right. What you got for the
for fantasy? For the Bears, I am going with. It's a tough matchup for the Bears. I'll go Caleb Williams. I think that Caleb
quarterback. Look at you.
Yeah, I think Caleb, if he does anything, it's going to be with his feet, not necessarily with his arm. I think that if he escapes the pocket, he's going to be able to run and get some big yardage, maybe a touchdown run. So I would probably take Caleb. I don't like a lot of the matchups for the Bears. I don't like their receivers versus their cornerbacks, the Eagles cornerbacks. I don't like the running back versus the Eagles defense. Not even the tight ends versus their linebackers. So, yeah, I'd probably take Caleb Williams with his feet in that game. And then as far as the Eagles, you mentioned Goddard early. I think that's a safe play. I think Goddard has definitely become a big target for Jalen. And without Edwards and Sewell out, I think that Goddard eats crazy in this game. You're looking at possibly 10 targets, over 100 yards, maybe a couple of touchdowns. He probably will be the number one target for Jalen Hurts.
Well, flipping that whole linebacker thing around, do you think that maybe that Saquon might even have a good game because those linebackers are really pretty good run stoppers too?
I don't know what's going on with Saquon. He's had some favorable matchups against some defenses, and he has struggled. And I think that it's a combination of the way defenses are playing Saquon and they're not respecting Hurts' passing game. But also, too, Saquon ran really well last year. And I just think that, when you have a running back that runs a lot the year before, you get tired legs the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he's struggling with that a little bit. I think this is more of a game where Jalen Hurts is going to make the intermediate passes. That's why I think that Goddard makes a lot more sense. If Saquon does play well, I think it's going to be more in the screen game, or getting those that running back on those linebackers, whoever the backups are. That's where he could really eat. As far as running, I mean, he might be good for a big run, but I don't know, man. It's really crazy how Saquon's just kind of like declined really quick. Maybe it's a Super Bowl hangover. I don't know. I mean, he's
could be the
getting up
play
there in
calling
age.
too.
Yeah.
The offensive coordinator is not very good in the first place, so that might be part of it as well. I'm not saying it can't. It's not all him. It's probably Saquon as well. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a Madden thing.
And when running backs get up to the age 30s, that's when they start declining.
Mm-hmm.
And they worked him out last year. Like he was the workhorse.
He was the bell. He was the bell cow.
And they got what they wanted. They got their ring. He got his money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's happy. Now you got the effects of last year or this year. Like he didn't have a lot of recovery time, and defenses are keying in on him. It's been a very disappointing year for Saquon. There's no doubt about it. But there's still more football. Maybe he gets it going. We'll see what happens. All right. Niners versus Browns. The Niners are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Total is 36.5. Talk about a low-scoring game.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I mean, look, the Browns have the number 2 total defense against the 49ers, 22nd, but you couldn't tell because the San Francisco 49ers are playing above their pay grade right now. As far as the defense is concerned.
Yeah, Salah's got cylinders.
Their offense is sneaky too. I mean, their offense is number 10 in total offense and 15th in scoring offense. So you got that little factor going on too. People are not, because of the quarterback play, basically. Notwithstanding Monday night's game, of course. Can't be throwing 3 interceptions on any team. Panthers, I don't know what happened to them, but they didn't take advantage of that whole situation.
That was an ugly
game. 3 interceptions too. You can't do that. It's pretty. It was his first game back, wasn't it?
It was what?
Was that his second?
Yeah. Second game.
Okay.
Second game back.
Second game. The Browns are 31st in offense and 29th in are 31st in total offense and 29th in scoring offense. I don't know if Shedeur makes that much of a difference. Hopefully, he does not hold on to the ball. He's still got that offensive line that both Flacco and Gabriel got punished behind. So I think the thing about Shedeur, in his case, to make a case for him, he is more athletic than either one of those guys, and he can get away from that. The part is, don't hold on to the ball or take stupid sacks. And that's something that Shedeur has shown over the course when he's played. So, if he can limit that stuff, and, both the bookends for the 49ers are out for the year. Mm-hmm. So that'll help them out a little bit without too much pass rush. Like, again, the Browns are second in total defense and 13 in scoring defense. 49ers are 22nd in total defense and 11 in scoring defense. Of course, we all know about Myles Garrett.
Right.
Myles Garrett is a beast.
He's on pace to break the Michael Strahan sack record, shatter it.
Yeah. And he
already broke the Browns sack record total.
Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah, that dude is the real deal. He's showing that, I don't care who TJ Watt is, because that's usually his competition this time of the year. And it's not this year for sure. But in saying that, now just let the people out there know that it's Wednesday and these are Sunday games. So a lot of the injury reports aren't stable.
This is the first injury report for the regular
season. And a lot of these times, usually on Wednesdays, is rest days for a lot of athletes, even though they're you might get a DNP on a report, but it might be because of rest. So just to let you know, I don't have a complete breakdown of injuries on these games. I believe everybody from the 49ers Of course, we had the Ayuk thing. Ayuk might get his contract bought out, and he might be sent on his happy way. Other than that, I think everybody is pretty much healthy. I didn't see anybody that was out or have a reason to be out for either side, actually. So we'll see what's going on. But yeah, I think those guys are pretty much healthy. What is who's got the advantage in this game?
You mean fantasy wise?
Well, no. What was the
or just
over?
in general? Oh,
yeah.
So I think 4.5 is a lot for the Niners. We saw Brock Purdy play on Monday night. Did not look very good. He's going to play a better defense, and you mentioned Myles Garrett. So he's going to be under a lot of duress. I actually like the Browns in this game, like I was saying. I think that Shedeur does enough to win this game, and basically just means like making short passes, not turning over the ball, handing the ball to Quinshon Judkins, maybe using Fannin and Njoku a lot in this game. And I just think that they're going to bring a lot of pressure on Brock Purdy, and I could see Purdy struggling in this game. So, if I'm making a bet, I take the Browns and the points. I think that's an easy play. I don't like the Niners to cover it all. I don't think they're going to win. So even if I did like the Niners, I still wouldn't like them at the 4.5. And the total is 36.5. That's probably about right.
That's probably right. Yeah, you got that right.
It could really go under, to be honest. This could be a defensive game. Yeah.
Right. Could be a 7-3 game. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as the fantasy implications, 49ers, I like George Kittle because if Purdy's going to get any kind of time to throw the ball, he better check down to Kittle all game. And Kittle, he's a beast. You get him in the slot, you get him in the middle. He can run down the field, score a touchdown. So I definitely like a big dose of the George Kittle in this game. And then as far as the Browns, I'm actually going Quinshon Judkins. I think that they're going to try to involve Judkins early and often in this game because if they can find a way to run the football consistently or get him in the flat, get him in screenplays, that's going to help Shedeur out so much because Shedeur needs a running game. You do not want Shedeur drop backing and throwing the ball 40 times. You need to have a running game, and I think Quinshon Judkins will be the guy to provide that. So,
good stuff.
All right. Cardinals and Bucks. The Buccaneers are 2.5-point favorites at home. The total is 43.5.
All right. The Cardinals are 15th in total offense. The Buccaneers are 20th. Cardinals are 18th in scoring offense. The Buccaneers are 14th. Cardinals are 19th in total defense, and the Bucks are 21. Cards are 24th in scoring defense, and the Buccaneers are 25th. Pretty much an even board for both sides.
Yeah.
I think that scoring was a 2.5. You said for the Bucks. I think that's spot on. Tell you the truth. What's the overall?
The total is 43.5.
43.5. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe a little bit. I think it'd be a little bit over. I think the Cardinals are with Brissett playing. The Cardinals are a little bit different team. They're still not winning like they're supposed to be winning, but they're a lot better off than they were with Kyle.
They're competitive.
Call of Duty Murray back there. But I think that this is going to be a pretty tight contested game, to tell you the truth, between them two. That's 2.5 is going to be pretty spot on.
Definitely. This probably. I think the reason why they did 2.5 is probably a field goal. They think this game's probably won by a field goal. Talk to us about the injury report because I think a lot of people want to know what's the situation with.
Well, the only thing that I see, the only thing that I can tell you is that Godwin will be playing, so that's going to help the Bucks. There was some talk about now. The only thing that might be a concern is Baker Mayfield.
That AC
he had the injury, and Teddy Bridgewater may start maybe it's questionable. Game time decision. It sounds like it's going to be. I don't see doubtful yet. And of
Just
course,
throwing shoulder, right?
He's got DNP, but of course that could be just a Veterans Day sit. The Cardinals
I'd
on the
sit
other
Baker
side.
on this game, but that's me.
Yeah. The Cardinals, I believe that is this the third game for Harrison? He's on IR, right? So
Yeah, I think he's got another
this is
couple
his
games.
third game. I think he's got 2 more games to go. But I would Michael Wilson is good pickup. Of course, McBride is good to go. I don't think they have any significant industry, although I did see Bam. No, Bam was fine too. I didn't see him go down in the injury report either, so he is good to go.
Okay.
And of course, Brissett's good to go. So the majority of the teams are healthy. Like I said, it's just a hit and miss with Baker Mayfield, and Godwin's coming back. So
yeah, I think the way the line's going here, 2.5, they're probably projecting Baker to play. I'm assuming it could go down if Baker doesn't play. Like I said, personally, for me, that injury looked pretty bad. I would definitely sit him out a week. You know, I think this is a game where you could actually win with Teddy Bridgewater because you've got weapons around him. Like you said, Godwin's coming back and all that. That's going to help.
Urban may be coming back too.
Irvin's possibly coming back. So yeah, I think that it's doable to win this game. And as far as the total, yeah, I think it could easily go over. I think both teams could really put some points up. Jacoby Brissett's played pretty well at the quarterback position. Todd Bowles is definitely going to try to dial up the pressure like he always does. As far as the fantasy implications, you kind of alluded to Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson's been on a tear right now lately. He's a target monster, they call him. He has gotten every target, even out-targeted Michael McBride, which is crazy. He's playing really well. He's going to go against McCollum or I don't know who the other cornerback is, but McCollum's their big guy. So I like that matchup. I think that Michael Wilson definitely could put up some good numbers. I mean, he's been out of his mind. Like he's over 10 targets a game. He's near 100 yards. He's had a touchdown. Like the guy's just kicking ass right now. So I would definitely put Michael Wilson in there for the Cardinals. And for the Buccaneers, depending on if Bucky Irving plays, I'm going with Sean Tucker. I mean, he didn't have a good game last week, but this is a good matchup for Sean Tucker if Bucky Irving is not going to play or he's going to play like limited snaps. Sean Tucker's a good play. Like he's been really good for the Bucs. Like they found another 1-2 punch in their running backs. He's outplaced White, and he's a big back. So yeah, I'm going Sean Tucker. I think he's gonna have a good game for the Bucs, especially if Teddy Bridgewater's the quarterback. I don't think they're gonna put a lot of pressure on Teddy Bridgewater to throw the ball as much. They're gonna try to get that running game going. So Teddy could have a little bit easier running the offense. All right. Falcons versus Jets. Falcons are 2.5-point favorites on the road. 39.5 is the total.
All right. So the Falcons are 18th in total offense. The Jets are 29th. Falcons are 26th in scoring offense. The Jets are 26th as well, tied. And the Falcons are 16th in total defense. The Jets are 14th. Falcons are 15th in scoring defense. The Jets are 26th. Again, this seems to be kind of a little bit off kilter, even more for the Falcons than it is for the Jets. But it is in New Jersey. It's in the Meadowlands. The Jets do play pretty good defense, even without the 2 players that they gave away. What are they, 1-2 now? On the road, or 1-2 since the trade, and they've been playing pretty good every game. So it's not like they haven't been in any of the games. So, what's the? And I don't have an intro. Drake Drake London's not playing.
Right, he's out.
He was out. Penix, of course, is out for the rest of the season. So we got Kirk Cousins starting.
Assuming
For
Fields
the Jets. Well, no, I think they're going to stay with
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. I think that's what AG wanted them to do, is stay with Tyrod Taylor. Everybody's still pretty much healthy on that front.
Isn't Wilson out? Garrett Wilson's out,
Wilson,
right? He's on
might
IR.
be coming back. Yeah, that's right. He is on IR. So they're going to be down two of the receivers there, two big time receivers there. Yep. Who's got the advantage? Falcons?
Well, I'll be honest with you. From a betting standpoint, I definitely wouldn't bet this game because this game could literally go both ways. I think 2.5 for the Falcons is very generous because the Falcons have not looked good at all, and I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
They stink.
But on the other hand, the Jets, I don't trust Tyrod Taylor either, and especially when his best weapon is Wilson is out. As far as the total, God, this could be an ugly game too. This could be a low-scoring game too. I mean, honestly, whoever gets 10 points might win. I mean, both offenses are putrid. I think
it might be a little bit. If it goes over, it's because Atlanta has exploded on the offense. If it's under, it's because the Jets are playing really good defense against Atlanta. So
I would say the only advantage in this game is the Jets at home. If this was in Atlanta, it'd be a different story.
Right.
But this is in New York. Jets have been competitive. They just can't finish games. So I would say the advantage is the Jets because they're playing at home. Excuse me. From a fantasy implication, you mentioned Drake London being out. That's a huge weapon that Kirk Cousins is not going to have. So I would look for Bijan Robinson to have a pretty good game through the air and through the ground. I would say at least about maybe 150 scrimmage yards, a couple of touchdowns maybe. He should be featured in this offense early and often. I don't think they trust Kirk Cousins to drop back and throw a lot in this game. Right. Just hand the ball to Bijan. Obviously, with Quentin Williams being gone, that defense is a lot more lighter in the interior. So I think Bijan has some good opportunities to break some runs. And as far as the Jets, I like Breece Hall. I mentioned Wilson's out. Again, Tyrod Taylor, you don't want him throwing 20, 30 times a game. So I think a lot of Breece Hall is going to be in play. AG's got to get that running game going. I mean, he saw the success in Detroit when the Lions were good. They ran the football. And so you've got to control the clock and you've got to keep the other team off the field. So Breece Hall, give him a heavy dose of Breece Hall. Over 100 yards, probably 20 carries, maybe a touchdown or so. So I definitely think it's going to be the Breece Hall, Bijan Robinson battle.
That sounds good, yeah.
All right. Jags versus Titans. The Jaguars 6.5-point favorites on the road. The total is 41.5.
All right. The Jags are 16th in total offense. The Titans are 32nd. They're the Cincinnati Bengals of the offense. Jaguars are 12th in scoring offense. Titans did improve in this area because they were 32nd last time. They are 30th in scoring offense.
Moving on up.
Jaguars are 17th in total defense. Titans are just miserable at 26th. Jaguars are 16th in scoring defense, and the Titans are 29th. It is in Tennessee, and sometimes they do play well in Tennessee, depending on whatever way the wind is blowing. But Jaguars, and this is a division game on top of it. Jaguars have just about everybody playing, except, of course, for wide receiver from LSU. That dude is out. And Thomas, Brian Thomas. And then, but they still have, they got Myers from the Raiders. So he's been playing pretty well. And then you got, of course, and then Hunter's out for the Jaguars too. He's out for the rest of the year. And Etienne has been playing pretty good. He's been doing better because I think most of the offense is running through the running game right now. So he's been doing a pretty good job. As far as the Titans are concerned, like everybody's kind of injured on that. I think Justin Simmons is playing. I mean, he's playing. Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons is playing, and then Cam Ward. I mean, they don't got anybody to throw to. So I mean, there's no injuries, but you might as well say there's injuries. It's like the whole team stinks right now.
Yeah, I mean,
and they said Jacksonville is a what? How many point favorite?
6.5 point favorite.
That's actually pretty good because Jacksonville is a very funny team.
They are.
Sometimes they're flip flop. They're Jekyll and Hyde like a mug. And this is a division game too. I think 6 points is good for them.
6.5.
It might even go lower. Yeah, it might even go lower.
Mm-hmm.
But I would pinpoint that at 6.5.
Yeah, this is another game. Yeah, this is another game I'm staying away from if I'm betting.
Mm-hmm.
This could go really ugly for Jacksonville if Tennessee decides to wake up and actually learn how to play football. You mentioned division game. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence on the road. If this is at home, it'd be a different story. This is on the road. Trevor Lawrence hasn't played up to par lately. And to be honest with you, like, I think they're definitely going to try to take away ETN because you mentioned ETN's been playing well, and they're going to put the ball in Trevor Lawrence's hands. They beat us. So as far as the Titans, Cam Ward's shown flashes of getting better. The problem is he has nothing around him. Let's just be honest. He has no weapons around him. I mean,
his running game is the best thing that's going on around him. You got Pollard and Spears.
The one weapon they were excited to get back is out for the year in Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely need to get him some help in the draft for sure. They want this guy to succeed. As far as fantasy implications for the Jags, I probably would go Trevor Lawrence in this game because I think he's going to have to do something with his arm. And I just don't trust ETN against – I think they're going to bottle up ETN. And so I think Trevor Lawrence, throws a couple of touchdowns, hopefully not a lot of picks. I don't expect a lot of high numbers from him, but I think he'll probably be the driving force of the offense because they're dealing with injuries themselves. Like Brandon Thomas is out. They still got Ingram. No, they don't have Ingram. I keep thinking they have Ingram still, but he's on Denver. Who's the other receiver they have outside of Brandon Thomas? I'm missing.
Who? For who? You mean for Jaguars?
Jaguars.
The guy they got from
Jacoby Myers.
They got Jacoby Myers.
Right.
And then they got who's the other receiver they got?
It's Hunter's out.
They got our dude. That was playing in Detroit, Tim Patrick, yeah. And he's been playing really good. He's been getting some good catches.
Yeah, so I think Trevor Lawrence, if he's going to have success, is probably going to be through the air. I think they're going to really try to bottle up ETN. And as far as the Titans, man. Okonkwo, the tight end for the Titans. That's all I can think of. Okonkwo.
Yeah, I mean they're basically the running back.
I'm not starting any Titan players. Let's just put it that way. I'm not starting any Titan players. I'm doing fantasy. But if you're in a pinch, and usually tight ends are the ones that people don't have a strong tight end because there's so many. They're so good. They're so handful of really good tight ends from a fantasy standpoint every week. Okonkwo might be a guy who might get you a touchdown. I would definitely probably go with him if I'm starting any Titans. And again, only start him if you're in a pinch. If you're not in a pinch, stay the hell away from all the Titan players because, as you mentioned, that offense is terrible. So, all right. Rams versus Panthers. The Rams are 10-point favorites on the road. The total is 44.5.
Okay. The Rams are just awesome right now. They're 9th in total offense to the Panthers 22. They're 6th in scoring offense to the Panthers 28th. Rams are 9th in total defense and Panthers are 18th. Get this. The Rams are number 1 in scoring defense to the Panthers 14th. Number 1 in scoring defense.
Good. Yeah, they're
in the top 10. They're within the top 10 of everything, right? In the top 9, actually.
Yeah.
I know it's at Carolina. The Panthers, don't know about Joey Horn yet because he got injured in that game, didn't come back. We're still waiting on whether he's going to be fine or not. I think he's a concussion. I thought he had a concussion. That's the reason why he didn't come back. For the Rams side, I don't think there was any significant injuries on their side in that game that they played against the Bucks. But the Panthers, I think Panthers had a couple cornerback injuries. In fact, I think they were losing their secondary as much as they were losing the game, period, in that game. So we got to wait to see about a couple of the secondary guys. Let's see. Bryce Young is still there. Let's see. Yep, all the running backs are still good. Wide receivers are still good. So, I mean, let me tell you something. I like the Panthers at home, but the Rams they're just too much right now. They're like sitting way up here. I mean, you're playing at the top of their game right now. And I just don't see the Panthers stopping that train. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't like the 10 points. I think the 10 points is a lot on the road for the Rams. This at home, it's a different story. I think the Panthers do come out and fight. Because the one thing the Panthers can do, and they need to do, is run the football on the Rams defense to stop the pass rushers and keep Stafford on the sidelines. So I definitely think I would definitely take the points with the Panthers. But it could get ugly too. Like if Stafford comes out and does Stafford
could get
things,
Buffalo Bills ugly when they play them.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so I would take the points with the Panthers. I don't think that the Rams are going to beat the Panthers by more than 10. I think this game could actually be a little tight.
So I'm kind of opposite of that. I think the Rams are going to kill them. Tell you the truth.
No, it could go either way, right? It could be it could be within the margins, or it could be a blowout.
I'm thinking that I'm looking at the two different teams. I mean, they played Tampa. Granted, they played Tampa Bay at home. But Willard's really at home for LA. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have.
What's the rush defense? What's the rush defense ranking for the Rams?
Hold on a minute.
Because that's where the game's going to be determined, is the rush defense versus their rush game.
I think they have a pretty good defense all the way around. Let's see, passing rushing defense. Rams are 13th.
Okay, so
the Panthers are 19th in rush defense. So it's not that much disparaging, but
what's the rushing offense for the Panthers?
Rushing offense,
it's got to be top 10. Because Rico Dabo has been going off for a while.
Yeah, that don't mean anything. Let's see, Panthers are 10th.
Okay, so top 10. I was right. So, yeah, that's where the game's going to be won right there. Top 10 rush offense versus a top 15 or 13 rush defense. So, if the Panthers are able to run the football consistently, they'll keep the game close. If they're not able to run the ball at all, then it could be a blowout and get ugly.
Last two times that Panthers have played, they haven't been able to run the ball effectively. And let's see, they played against San Francisco, who is a pretty good defense, but they're not really up there. And then who they play before that?
But they really didn't try to run the football.
Atlanta. They played Atlanta before that. But they stopped Dottle enough that Bryce Young threw for a career day. That was Atlanta defense. Yeah. And they're not.
They also ran all over the Packers defense too, who actually has a better.
Well, that was a while back. That was a while back.
But I'm saying they've had success against good defenses. So
yeah, I don't think they're going to have success against this defense either. They're not going to have the success against. I just think that the Rams are just way over the Panthers right now. Way over.
I mean, they should go in there and dominate, but we've seen this on Sundays. Any given Sunday, teams get paid on the other side too. So, I definitely think the Panthers will play hard at home. I think if the Rams win, they probably win by a touchdown. I think 10 points is a lot. So, all right. So for fantasy implications for the Panthers, I'm going I'm gonna go Rico Dabo. I think Rico Dabo has a good game, over 100 yards, maybe a touchdown or so. I think for the Panthers to keep this game close, he has to have around 100 yards and a touchdown. And then for the Rams, I'm going Devontae Adams. The guy catches all touchdowns. Like it's crazy. Like anybody who's a Puka Nacua fantasy holder is pissed off at Devontae Adams
Right.
because Puka gets all the yards, but then when they get
no-
to the red
no
zone,
gifts.
it's all
Right.
Devontae Adams. Like, which is fine. I love Devontae Adams.
No, he doesn't get the over on the Rams.
I
do, but he don't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be around that. I think you're asking for a lot because you got to think about it too. If let's say the Rams get up pretty good, they're gonna sit Stafford down. You know, he's 37 years old. They're not gonna risk any injury with
They
him.
didn't sit him down when they were beating the hell out of Tampa Bay. That's for sure. So, I mean,
that is
everybody, you kind of make assumptions on what old football is like. This isn't over. This is new football. They're going to play all day. They don't give a damn anymore. These players don't give a damn. Coaches don't give a damn. You're going to play all the game. I mean, the only way I see him sitting down is if Panthers don't score and they're up 35-0 or something like that. Then I can see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it gets the only way he sits down if it gets really ugly early.
Yeah, it gets ugly.
And the Panthers don't show any life. But so that's why I'd stay away from the over on that. I think 44 is about right. So yeah. So I'll take Devontae Adams with the Rams. I think he gets another touchdown, maybe 2.
And Dowdle with the Panthers. Gotcha.
And Dowdle with the Panthers. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Saints and Dolphins. The Dolphins are 5.5-point favorites at home. The total is 42.5.
All right. This game seems to be kind of even. The Saints are 26 in total offense. The Dolphins are 25th. Saints are 31st in scoring offense. The Dolphins are 24th. Saints are 12th in total defense, and the Dolphins are 25th. And the Saints are 22nd in scoring defense, where the Dolphins are 21st. What is the line on that, by the way?
For the Dolphins, 5.5.
5. Wow, 5.5. They're giving them 5.5 over the Saints. Oh hell no. Yeah, I'm not taking that line. But anyway, let's see. For the Saints, yeah, everybody should be good for the Saints. Chris Olave should be fine in this game. Kamara might be iffy because he had got an injury in the last game. He was out.
It's a big loss to play.
Tyson Hill still playing. Taysom Hill is playing, and Shook has been playing pretty good too. And for the Dolphins, I think everybody's pretty good there as well. Of course, Tyreek Hill is still out. Jalen Waddle, he's been waddling through the season. He can been hurt here and there. He's been banged up pretty much. The running back, that's your boy, Achane. Achane has been doing pretty well. So I think that I think this is, and you said the Dolphins got 5.5. No, hell
5.5.
Dolphins.
Yeah, that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. Yeah.
No. What's the over? What's the overall total?
It's 42.5.
I can count it.
Again, this is another game I'm staying away from.
I think this might go over a little bit. I think the offenses are good enough to win the game. I mean, put up some numbers. The defenses are just but 5.5. Really? 5.5?
This is a really bad quarterback game. Like
5.5
versus Tua. Yeah.
No. 5.5 is no.
Okay, so you definitely think that you're taking the points with the Saints, which I agree.
I'm not.
I agree with you on that.
Dolphins ain't that damn good. Come on.
I think this game's won by a field goal.
Yeah.
As far as the total, I think the total's fine. I think it's probably around that, about 20 points apiece. Maybe they win by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
As far as fantasy implications for the Saints, you mentioned Kamara. If Kamara's not playing, I probably am going Olave because, Dolphin secondary is not good. So I'm going Olave to probably get at least 100 yards, maybe a touchdown. He'll definitely be a big target monster for this game. I think Shook will find him early and often. And then, of course, the Dolphins, I got to go my boy A-Chain. A-Chain's been tearing it up all year. He'll get at least about 150 scrimmage yards, a couple of touchdowns. I mean, the guy's lightning in a bottle. Like, he's a running back that nobody ever talks about. He is killing it this year for the Dolphins. And he is their offense, basically. I mean, you mentioned Waddle. Waddle's kind of come on since Tyreek Hill got hurt, but A-Chain is their offense. Like, everything goes through A-Chain. So, yeah, I'm going A-Chain for the Dolphins. All right. Moving on, Texans and Colts. The Colts are 4.5-point favorites at home. The total is 44.5.
All right. This is going to be a real funny game. It's a division game.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans are 19th in total offense to the Colts number 2. Texans are 21 in scoring offense to the Colts 1. Now flip this. Texans are number 1 in total defense to the Colts 22.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans are number 2 in scoring defense to the Colts number 9.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of flipped it a little bit on both sides. The Texans probably will not be with CJ Stroud. He's still struggling with that concussion protocol. If you're still listening, Liz, give me a sign on that one, because
actually, I heard today that there's a possibility that Stroud and Petrie might play Sunday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Petrie.
So that line, if Stroud plays, that line's probably going to drop to at least about 3.5, maybe even 3. So then you're talking about more of a field goal game. So tune in on that.
Yeah, and on the side of the Colts, I believe everybody is pretty much healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They have, let's see, Ty Warren is good. Their receivers are good on the defensive side. Sauce is still good. Moore is still there. Yeah, they're pretty much good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. I mean, DNPs for rest and stuff like that. Other than that,
yeah,
he was at. Oh, so he was at practice. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah, okay. So he's at practice. So that pretty much assures he's probably going to play.
Yeah, he's going to clear. Yeah.
So what's the line right now? You got
4.5.
4.5.
But if he's playing, it's gonna probably drop to about 3. Let's say 3.5 to 3. Stroud is at least worth 1.5 points.
I think that the Texans defense has everything it needs to beat the Colts right now. I just think that with Pittsburgh, they had to play like Houston basically when they played the Colts the last time, and they showed you that if you stop Taylor,
mm-hmm.
you're going to put it in the hands of Daniel Jones. Now Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. He's a manager. Yeah, you put him in a situation where he has to win a game or the game is on his shoulders, he's not going to be able to do that. So I really believe that Houston. I'm taking Houston in the points because I mean I don't see Colts winning that game. I think the Colts are on a downward buzz.
Yeah, I think if you're making a play on this game, I'm definitely taking the points with the Texans because of the defense. I think this could be a very defensive kind of game because the Colts can put pressure and they have their defense is solid. It's not Texan defense solid, but and they got Sauce they added to. He's going to play on Nico probably a lot of the game. So those young guys for the Texans are going to have to step up. Hutchins, Noel, Higgins, the Iowa State boys, basically. You know,
and
but
Hutchinson, Hutchinson's good.
But the Colts the Colts still have one of the top offenses there. They can still put up points, and they don't do it with a lot of flashy players. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's probably their most flashiest player, but Warren's a dude, Pittman can play. So I think it's going to come down to which defense puts more pressure on their quarterback. Obviously Stroud coming back for the Texans is huge because if Stroud can come back and play like he played his rookie year, and with that defense, you're talking about a team that could really rise the charts pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think right now you're seeing two teams that are – well, Houston's been playing really solid. Mills is 3-0 as a starter for them. And C.J. Stroud coming in there might change the game a little bit. He's more athletic than Mills, obviously. But – at the same time, I just think the defense is just going to set the tone. Remember, the Colts play Kansas City, and Kansas City has a good defense, but they're not the Texans' defense. And they managed to come back and win that game.
Sure.
Texans are going on a road to the Colts, granted. However, I still think they got the best. That defense is just outstanding. That's some of the best defensive play I've seen in a long time.
But the Colts, let's also too. The Colts have one of the best O lines too. Like Quentin Nelson is
not really. They have a decent offensive line, but obviously you got a good defense. You're going through that line because Pittsburgh showed you that, Kansas City showed you that, Denver showed you that, and the Texans are the best defense in the league right now. I just don't see it. I do not see it. I
agree with you. A good defense does win out.
This just depends on what they can. If Houston can run the ball effectively against them, because Indianapolis defense isn't that good. Their offense is decent, but their defense is not that good. So if they can run the ball against them, then that would be optimal for Houston. That way it'll take some pressure off of CJ. He doesn't have to make too many throws coming back, and it'll keep him a little bit cleaner in the pocket. So, it's going to be a tough game either way because it's a division game. The Colts are in the first place in that division, and the Texans are up and coming. So,
okay, so really quick, according to PFF, the Colts have the second best line in the NFL. So.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a.
Eye test tells me otherwise.
I get it, but it's gonna be.
We did the Lions already.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a strength on strength. D line versus their O line. Obviously, if they can protect Daniel Jones enough, they have a chance. If Daniel Jones is running for his life, then it favors the Texans. So it'll be interesting to see that battle. As far as fantasy implications for the Texans, I am going. I don't think Nico's going to have a good game. I think Sauce is going to lock up Nico.
Yeah, I think that's a consensus. Yeah.
I guess Xavier Hutchins. I mean, he didn't make a catch the last game, but. Oh, you know what? I'm going Kirk. Never mind. Forget it. I'm going Kirk. I think Christian Kirk has kind of found his mojo a little bit. And I think that he's gotten some trust from Davis Mills. And I think that if Stroud wants to be successful, he needs to find Christian Kirk. He's a good slot receiver. He's a guy who's reliable with his hands, especially with Nico probably locked up by Sauce. Kirk's going to have a good opportunity to go against whoever the other cornerback is. I think it might be Tre'Davious Ward. I think is the other guy they have. So I like Kirk for the Texans. And then as far as the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. Like I said in my pick'ems, I have the Colts winning this game. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to find a way to run on that defense. And if he has success running on that defense, that's going to make Daniel Jones' life a lot easier.
Yeah, we're forming the same opinion on that whole situation about Nico because Sauce is going to be on him. So it's going to have to fall into different hands.
Yeah,
as
one
far
of
as
the young
offense
guys
is
is gonna have to step
concerned.
up. One of the
Yeah,
young dudes,
Hutchinson,
one
Kirk,
of the Iowa State boys.
Schultz, somebody.
Schultz is a possibility, yeah, for sure. I do like Franklin for the Colts on the linebacker.
Mhm.
So that could be a tough matchup for Schultz. That's why I'm saying I'll take probably Hutchins opposite of Nico, because I think Nico's going to draw a lot of attention from Sauce. So, all right, let's move on. Vikings and Seahawks. The Seahawks are 11.5-point favorites at home, and the total is 41.5. Yeah, the line
This
moved.
game is hilarious. Vikings are 28th total offense. Seahawks are 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings are 25th in scoring offense. Seahawks are 3rd. Vikings
Mm-hmm.
are 11th in total defense. Seahawks are 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings are 18th in scoring defense, and the Seahawks are 7th. As far as injuries concerned, J.J. McCarthy will not play.
Yep,
It'll be up to
Roseman will
Mac.
play.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And he'll be playing.
That's why the line moved.
JJ was questionable. I think he'll still play. It is on Sunday, so we don't have too bad. It's a longer time. But he was on the injury report, so we got to watch him.
I feel bad
Edison
for
is
Jetta,
fine.
man.
Yeah, Hawkinson is fine. Both the running backs are fine for the Vikings. Their defense is relatively healthy. I think Grenard, what's his name? Grenard, or whatever his name.
Grenard,
Yeah, Grenard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be playing. So they'll have full complement pretty much of their defense. Seahawks, Walker was downgraded to questionable, so keep an eye out on him.
Mm-hmm.
Darnold will be fine. Charbonnet, he'll be fine. Of course,
Let's step away
JSN.
for 1 sec, boss. I'll be right back.
All right. JSN's going to be fine. And let's see who else will be all right in that game. Oh, and they got Rashid Shaheed, so he should be fine. Rashid Shaheed, yeah, he'll be fine. And then of course you got your tight ends. I don't know if Bo's coming back. He should be coming back soon, but the Seahawks offense should be all right. Defensively, I think they are getting a couple of their corners back sooner than later. Looking at this right now for you guys. Let's see. Seattle. What do you got as far as injury report is concerned for the Seattle Seahawks? That's not what I want to see. Let's see. You all. And we got yeah, it looks like Love is still on IR.
All right.
Yeah, so the corners should be the corners are all coming back. Other corners that were hurt are going to be coming back for Seattle. So that should give them a pump up as far as their defense is concerned. Not that they need that much. Because like I said, they're in the top 7.
Right.
And you said it was a how many point favorite?
11.5.
Yeah. Yeah, JSN is a dog. I got him in 2 of my leagues, and he's keeping my one fantasy league up, and the other one
he's the best. He's the best receiver this year, hands down.
Yeah,
nobody's
right
playing
now.
better than him.
Yeah, nobody's playing better than him right now.
This game, I'll tell you, this game's gonna get ugly really quick.
Yeah, I think so. It is too.
Yeah,
and it's in Seattle too.
This could be like a 30-0 game by the first.
Nothing
quarter.
is favoring Vikings in this whole matchup.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No. And let's be honest, even if JJ McCarthy was playing, I still would think it's going to get ugly because JJ McCarthy has not showed anything. Right, exactly.
I think Max will actually play pretty well.
I like Roseman. I was a big fan of him in preseason. But yeah, against that defense, Mike McDonald's going to have him running for his life.
And
they can't really run the football consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely taking the cover on this for sure. It could get ugly very quickly.
Yeah.
For the Vikings.
Yeah. Take the over, bro. Take the over.
Yeah, because I mean the Seahawks literally put 40 points by themselves.
Yep.
And then maybe the Vikings get spotted like
And
7
defense
points,
can help
8
them out too if
points.
they pick up. If
True.
they do like they did the last game, one of the
Right.
games they had at home where they picked up 2
Right.
fumbles and scored. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I have them as defense in my fantasy too. So they
as
can
far as
score.
for fantasy implications, I'll probably take Addison because I think that they're going to try to take away Jetta for the most game. And I think Addison's probably a safe play for this game because I think if he gets a touchdown, it's probably going to be Addison that gets it. And he has the ability to make big plays. And then as far as the Seahawks, JSN. I mean, JSN could literally have 100 yards by the first half. Like, and
Minnesota's got no secondary right now.
Exactly. And also, too, Sam Darnold, this is a revenge game for Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold got thrown to the curve and now he's like, okay, now you're going to see what you should have had in me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I expect him and JSN and Darnold to connect early and often in this game. So, yeah, give me JSN. All right. Bills and Steelers. The Bills are 3.5-point favorites. The total is 46.5.
You got the Bills with the number 3 total offense to the Steelers 27th. Bills are 5th in scoring offense to the Steelers 11th. Bills are 13th in total defense, surprisingly enough, to the Steelers 28th. The Bills are 17th in scoring defense to the Steelers 20th. For the Bills, I'm thinking here everybody should be pretty much healthy on the Bills. Let's see here. And the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers will be back in this game. He's coming back. TJ Watt was dealing with some injuries. Well, I think he had like a sore leg or something like that. He'll be fine. He's coming back. He'll be playing. Pretty much everybody. Oh, you know what? There's one guy that I wanted to see that was Hayward. I think Hayward was out last
Cam
game.
Hayward?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll see if he's playing because he was out last game. He should be in this game because it was just a 1-game thing. I think it was. Yeah, he's going to be playing this game. Metcalf had a little ankle injury during the week 2, but he should be fine by that time. Highsmith also was another guy. Porter was another guy, but they're both questionable, so they'll both be playing. Other than that, everybody should be fine for them. And yeah, pretty much everybody for the Bills too. Kincaid will be playing. Hairston will be back. Bernard, he went out with an injury last game, but he was out for the rest of that game. But he's back. He'll be playing in this game. So the relatively healthy lineups for both. They will be playing in Pittsburgh. I can't say Pittsburgh plays better in Pittsburgh because sometimes they do, and then sometimes they don't. Like the instance with the Colts, they played really well, but they've played bad before too. So I mean, I don't trust this defense as far as I could throw them. So the Bills are coming off a bad loss. Well, in their mind, it's a bad loss to Houston.
So the Steelers. Yeah, I think this is one of those games where it's like it's a must-win for both sides. I mean, the Steelers are fighting off the Ravens right now for the playoffs or for that division, and Burrow's back now too, and they still got to play him again. And then as far as the Bills had a horrible loss against the Texans, and so they need to rebound quickly because they're losing their spot with the Patriots right now. The Patriots lead that division. So this is a must-win for both teams. So I like the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills cover in this game. I think Josh Allen really comes out and plays well. They got Cooks now. They got the other Cook. I think Kincaid might be back. Is Kincaid on the injury report, or is he good to go?
No, he's good to go.
Okay, so Kincaid coming back is huge because Josh Allen loves Kincaid. So Kincaid coming back is going to be big. This could be a shootout. I mean, 46.5 seems like kind of low. I'd probably go. I think this game goes over. I think Rodgers and Josh Allen could literally both just go in a dueling match. So as far as for fantasy implications, I am going Kincaid. I think getting Dalton back is going to be huge, and Josh Allen's going to look for him early and often. And I like that matchup versus the Steelers defense. And then as far as the Steelers, I'm probably going DK Metcalf. I think DK Metcalf has a good game. I think Rodgers is going to test that secondary out for the Bills. And so, yeah, I like that matchup.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Well, we agree that Bills are probably going to win that game, right?
Yeah. They should. If they don't win this game, it might be.
They're done. They're done.
Yeah.
They don't win this game because they got to win every game
because
right
now. The West has 3 teams that are still vying for playoff seeds, and then now the North has become more competitive with the Bengals and the Ravens. So
yeah, and then New England is basically running away from the pack. So they got to keep winning until they get to a spot where New England has a rough patch or something like that, and they can catch up to them. They got to keep winning games.
Exactly.
But anyway.
Yeah. All right. Raiders versus Chargers. Chargers are 9.5-point favorites at home. The total is 40.5.
All right. The Raiders are awful in offense. They're 30th in total offense. Chargers are 12th. Raiders are 31st in scoring offense. The Chargers are 20th. Raiders are a little bit better in defense, although not lately. They're 14th in total defense. Chargers are 5th. And the Raiders are 23rd in scoring defense, and the Chargers are 10th. Chargers will be playing at home in SoFi Stadium. Raiders, let's see what we got here for the Raiders. Here we go. All right, for the Raiders, everybody, Tucker's playing, Crosby's playing, Meredith's playing, Mayer's playing. They don't have a very long. Their list is real short as far as players that are hurt. They don't have anybody really hurt. For the Chargers, Hampton has just opened his 21-day window.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so he'll be back soon.
He'll be back soon.
That's good.
But they still are without Slater and Alt, the 2 tackles. So that's going to hurt them a little bit. Other than that, they don't have a very big injury report, just that those 2 tackles are a very big part of that injury report. But they're good as well. They're playing in LA. The Raiders have been stinking it up lately.
Division game.
It's a division game. I don't care. I think that the Chargers. What's the line on this game?
9.5.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. It is a lot because the Raiders. We had this against Denver, and the Raiders played, and they kept it real close with Denver. So
Matt Max is going to go off. You know that.
Yeah,
he's going to go off in this game.
I'm going to go with the under.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would definitely take the Raiders in the points. Division game. The Raiders have been somewhat competitive. They just can't finish games. Both teams are really struggling offensively. I mean, Herbert's just running for his life every game. I mean, he's one of the most hit quarterbacks and most pressure quarterbacks. I mean, when you lose both your tackles, that's what happens. Max Crosby's not going to have any sympathy for you. He's going to raise hell the whole game. So, yeah, I definitely would take the Raiders in the points, and I definitely think it could go under. I don't think it's going to go over. Like I said, both offenses are pretty bad. And the Raiders just fired Chip Kelly and replaced him with Greg Olson, former Lions assistant. So he is now the OC of the Raiders. So we'll see what happens there. As far as fantasy implications, I am taking Brock Bowers for the Raiders. I think if you're taking any Raider, it's probably going to be Brock Bowers. He's one of those tight ends that you got to set it and forget it kind of guy. You just set him up there and see what happens. And then as far as the Chargers, I'm probably going Ladd McConkey. I like Ladd. I think that put him in the slot. I think that, with Johnson and Keenan Allen taking a lot of the time, or a lot of the space, Lad McConkey is going to eat the middle. And I think he could have over 100 yards, probably a touchdown. So, all right. Broncos and Commanders. Broncos are 5.5 point favorites at home. Total is 43.5.
Broncos are 14th in total offense. Commanders are 17th. Broncos are 15th in scoring offense. The Commanders are 23rd. Broncos are 3rd in both total defense and scoring defense. The Commanders are like dead last in both 31st and 28th in total defense and scoring defense. For the Broncos game, right here. Okay. I don't think there's any major injuries in this. Of course, you know that Dobbins is out for the rest of the season. Patrick Surtain.
He's back.
Should be back.
There you go. Okay.
And Adkins, the tight end, should be back. Yep. Ellis, linebacker, should be back as well. Again, Dobbins is out for the season. Well, they said he can come back. They had. I just saw a thing that said he may be back before the end of the season. So we'll see about that. For Washington, Luvu's playing.
Daniels is questionable.
Rodriguez is playing. Yeah, they don't know where they're going to go with Daniels yet. They're thinking about starting him.
He might not play this week, but he probably will play next week.
But he's listed as questionable. You know what we say about questionable players? You're questionable. You're playing.
True.
So it could have worked that way.
Mariota hasn't played.
McLaren is also questionable. Yeah, McLaren may play as well. So
they need Terry.
It would make sense. It would make sense if Daniels came back, McLaren would come back. That should alleviate a lot of problems on the offense. Rodriguez, he's been banged up a little bit, but he'll be playing. I think that in this particular case, though, the Broncos have way too much tough defense. What's the over under on that one?
It's 5.5.
5.5. Ooh, 5.5. Yeah, I would probably say that because you know why? The Broncos' offense doesn't play until the fourth quarter, usually. For some reason, they just break out. Their defense is going to keep them in the game the whole game. So I'm not worried about the defense. It's just that offense. So that I would actually take the under in that one, to tell you the truth. Because I think
43.5.
They're going to Washington and they're going to DC, and Commanders are probably if they get all their offensive stars back, it's going to be a little bit rough. I mean, Surtain might take out McLaren, but that's going to leave somebody else open. And their defensive back four is okay. Surtain makes that whole defense in the back. So,
this is another one.
They got a lot of sacks.
Stay away from, a
lot of sacks, and they got somebody's catching up to them. I think they're only like 4 or 5 from the second place guys, not like they were before. So. But they still 46 sacks is still a lot of sacks. And the Commanders' offensive line isn't the greatest.
Right. I think 5.5 is a lot.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that the Commanders put up a fight, and like I said, this probably is a field goal game. I just don't trust Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix has been hit or miss in games, and we've seen him do nothing for 3 quarters and then turn it on the fourth quarter. The Commanders, they play hard at times. I don't think that they're going to be outmatched by Denver by any means. I think I would take the Commanders in the points. Again, I would stay away from this game. And I probably agree with you. I think the under is definitely in factor because, again, I don't trust Bo Nix. And more likely it's going to be Mariota versus that Denver defense. Yeah, good luck with that one. As far as fantasy implications for Denver, I am taking Sutton. I think that if Bo Nix connects with anybody, it's probably going to be Sutton. He's kind of been quiet this year, but I think he's gonna find him for this game. I think he'll be a target monster. And then as far as the Commanders, I probably would take Rodriguez. You said he's supposed to play, right? Yeah, he's a big bruising back, and I think that no disrespect to Bill, but Rodriguez is kind of cut into Bill's carries. And I think that Rodriguez probably, if you're starting a Commander player, I probably would start Rodriguez. He'll probably be good for a touchdown or so like that. So, all right.
Cool.
And finally, the last game on the schedule, we have the Giants and Patriots. The Patriots are 7.5-point favorites at home, and the total is 46.5.
Giants are 11th in total offense to the Patriots 8. Giants are 22nd in scoring offense to the Patriots 7. Giants are 30th in total defense. Patriots are 8th. Giants are 30th in scoring defense, and the Patriots are 6th. Note, the Giants got rid of their defensive coordinator this week.
They did. Yep.
After the Lions game, obviously because they're 30th in defense.
They've blown leads.
Yeah, that's what leads to 30th in defense because their offense isn't too bad. Dexter Lawrence, I think he had a problem in that last drive that the Lions had where they scored a touchdown immediately in overtime. He wasn't in that play. He was on the sidelines.
You say he was in the bathroom.
He was hurt. He was hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, so elbow injury, big deal. But he'll be back in. Deontay Banks will be back in. Paulo Adebo will be back.
Debo.
The other cornerback, Adebo will be back.
Also Adebo.
Also Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau will be back, and Dart will be back, hopefully.
Okay.
And that looks like that's it for the Giants. The Patriots, we all know that Will Campbell went out for the rest of the year.
Well, he's on IR.
Well, he's on IR. Yeah. Other than that, Tavai is going to be back. Tunga is back. Yeah, I mean, they ain't got really anybody else. The only person out is Darius Harris. He's a linebacker. He's going to be out, but they don't have any major injuries except the Will Campbell one, obviously. That's a big injury.
Yeah, I mean, that's a protector for Drake May. Yeah, I think this is a lot of points for the Patriots. I think the Giants, we saw how Giants were competitive with the Lions. I think with Jackson Dart possibly playing, he's always got that electrifying factor of his legs and making plays. I definitely like the Giants with the points. This game could go over. I mean, 46.5. I think the Giants could put up the points. I really do. I mean, hell, they put up 27 against us, and the Patriots, Drake May can light it up himself. Getting Thibodeau back is definitely huge for the Giants because that puts another pass rusher along with Burns on Drake May. So that's why I think it could be a back and forth type of game. Is that what you're kind of thinking too?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be. I think the Patriots are going to ultimately win this game.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I think
they should win this game.
Yeah. I think that the Giants are going to make it very competitive, though. Like they've always made all these games. They made all these games competitive. I don't think they actually lose this one in the fourth quarter. Well, and they're going to lose in the fourth quarter, but it's not because they messed up. It's because that Patriots are actually that good. So I think that the Patriots are going to go down like in the last couple of minutes of the game and score a touchdown, and that'll be the winner, and people can't say, well, the Giants are losing it in the fourth quarter. No, they've been losing it the whole game. So it's just been back and forth, and they're going to get down there and Patriots are going to score that fourth quarter touchdown.
Yeah,
that's all.
I kind of agree with you. Like, I think we both agree that it's going to be a close game. As far as fantasy implications, I'm going with Jackson Dart for the Giants because I think he is the offense. He's going to make plays with his legs and he's going to make plays with his arm. He's going to definitely electrify that offense and give some juice to it. And then with the Patriots, I'm going TreVeyon Henderson. TreVeyon Henderson's been really good lately. Kind of a little bit of a hiccup last week, but I think he gets back on track. He's just a speedster. He's a guy you want to get in space. He'll probably be good for about 100-something scrimmage yards. And a touchdown. So, Yeah, give me Travion Henderson for fantasy implications, and should be a good game. I'm actually haven't seen a lot of the Patriots play, so I'm always intrigued to watch them because I do like Drake May. This will be a good matchup because their D line, if Dexy's is good and they get Thibodeau back, Burns is always a solid. They could make Drake May's life a living hell in this game. So that's why I think we both agree it's going to be close.
And I like it. I like your fantasy pick with Travion Henderson because he's just as fast as Jahmyr Gibbs. And
absolutely.
One thing about the Giants defense, they've been giving up a lot of runs in their middle. So they're a bad run defense. They're good pass defense, but they're not a very good run defense. And I think with his speed, he's about the same type of back that Jahmyr Gibbs is, although Jahmyr Gibbs might be a little bit bigger, maybe I would have to say, because I think Travion's a little smaller. But he's fast. And I think speed is going to kill you.
Right.
So he hits one hole, it's gone.
Right. And I think they have to run the football because with Will Campbell being out, they're going to put a lot of pressure with Burns and Thibodeau on May. So you're going to have to run screen plays. You're going to have to run between the tackles, kind of the same way Detroit did, because they to elude that pass rushing, you have to run the football. And that's what they were able to do. And I agree. If you get Travion Henderson in a gap, you ain't catching it. It's gone. So,
bye.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. So,
but speaking of that wraps up our Week 13 analysis for each of the games. I hope that you enjoy each and every one of them. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody and their families out there for tomorrow. Watch your 3 games that you got to watch, the traditional Thanksgiving games, especially Detroit and Dallas. That have been traditions for a long time. And then we have to throw in the third game, which is the Ravens and the Bengals. Right. So and they're all going to be good. Great. They're all going to be good games. I mean, every single. This is the first time I've seen Thanksgiving with 3 games that were all good. Last year, the year before that, it was kind of.
Well, it's always a good game when the Lions play, but yes, correct.
Well, yeah, when they win. But anyway,
it won last year.
Dallas was horrible last year, and they had a Thanksgiving game, and that showed the reason why they were horrible. But I think this year they're picking it up. Kansas City is kind of just fighting for their life right now, but they're going to Dallas. That's going to be a really good game.
2 good quarterbacks going against each other, Dak Prescott and Mahomes. Yeah, I agree.
And then with Baltimore and Cincinnati, you got Burrow's back, Chase is back.
Yeah.
And the only thing missing is Higgins. Lamar's back. That defense is playing a lot better for the Ravens. Henry is struggling a little bit, but he's there. He definitely there. That Bigham is there. So that'll be a very good game because that's division. Cincinnati's still kind of in the thick of it. The Ravens are in first, so they're trying to keep
a lot of good matchups. A lot of good matchups, especially this tomorrow and also for the week. Like the weekend, there's some good games. So this is where the good teams separate themselves from the really bad teams. So
we'll
see. So
everybody enjoy football this weekend. Remember, it's Michigan and Ohio State going at each other this week. Your Aggies are going against Texas this weekend.
Rivalry weekend in college football. So it's good times all around. Yep.
Yes, sir. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. Again, happy Thanksgiving.
Gig 'em.